last night I posted about Jason Kelsey stating that he virtually guarantees that he has CTE, and there was actually a lot of response. So here I am kind of trying to answer some of those questions. The biggest one was, what is CTE? And I did not really describe it then. So CTE is chronic traumatic encephalopathy. It is a diagnosis that is given, unfortunately, only post-mortem or after death. There's no blood test, there's no MRI, there's no other kind of imaging that is going to show that you have CTE until there is an autopsy. And that's, again, only if there's an autopsy. So why is that? Things like dementia, you can see it on an MRI scan. They're even working on blood tests and things like that. So you can test for it, and then you can attempt to treat it. You can even look at different types of dementia. CTE, the pathology itself, the neuropathology, is within tau proteins. And what happens is with these, why it's called chronic, is because of this repetitive concussive or subconcussive hits. So think about football linemen, which is why we're kind of talking about with Jason Kelsey, who over and over and over again, maybe starting as early as elementary school or middle school, are just taking these hits constantly, just so many hits in a year. And what happens is those tau proteins tangle. And it's the tangles that they find on autopsy. And those tangles cannot be found until your brain is sliced open, basically. They cut little tiny slices, look at those under the microscope, and then that is how they can diagnose this. Someone asked me, why can't they diagnose it based off of the symptoms that you have? One, it can mimic a lot of things. Two, it's kind of a chicken or the egg, which came first, because a lot of people discuss maybe there's alcoholism, maybe there's mental health issues. And then the question becomes, well, were those vices, were those emotional issues, the cognitive decline, did that happen due to CTE, or did that happen in spite of CTE? So we don't have a causation, more just a correlation as far as research terms would be discussed. So really what it is you're looking at someone who has symptoms that are very, very like dementia, as most people know it, typically starting much earlier, much younger, and with a history of repetitive hits to the head, you really do need to start thinking about, could this be CTE, and starting to treat it as if it might be.